I think it's obvious that I'm a news junkie. At night, I've been doing it for so long, for as long as I can remember, I used to just read the papers, loved the Sun, loved the Post, loved CBS, loved loved NBC, Huntley Brinkley Report, Walter Cronkite, even little Frank Reynolds on ABC. And in the evenings, I love to watch Fox, MSNBC, and a little CNN. And we're going to talk about all of them. But we're going to talk about MSNBC today. MSNBC is really kind of a disappointment. MSNBC is to the left, where Fox seems to the right. But MSNBC comes off with ideas, but is nasty about them. They've got 4 of the smartest anchors on TV for opinion. They're really smart anchors. Chris Matthews has been around for years, knows what he's talking about. When he really gets into his knowledge base, he's great. Rachel Maddow is really smart. She's nice to her guests, and she really thinks about what she has to say and puts it out there. But I think she talks, those 10-minute openings and stuff are just a little too far. Chris Hayes is really smart. I like them better on the weekend mornings. Chris Hayes is, though, now starting to get a bit nasty, but he is analytical and knows what he's talking about. Lawrence O'Donnell is good. Late night, he's been around. He knows what he's talking about. The problem is when you listen to these 4, and it really goes even throughout the day. I'm not around to really listen to the daytime shows. I'll hear some snippets or go online in the evening to see what they have to say at night. During the day at night. But they're nasty. They've lost a couple people who went way too far attacking others who they didn't agree with. They go and try to win elections. Ed blew it with Scott Walker. We have the situation in Tennessee where the UAW lost, and MSNBC's up in arms as if VW didn't want them to win. They didn't look at themselves, the UAW. They're just moaning. It's kind of the way MSNBC is. It's a disappointment because they have a lot of good ideas. But when they get angry and they don't agree with you, they mouth you. They say very personal things. And those that come on their shows kiss the feet of the hosts. It's very often on MSNBC when you see the commentators come on and disagree and really disagree and get it on. I'm not talking about when Chris Matthews gets somebody who's totally out of there. He had that, I think, the person from Arizona, and it was about John McCain and whether or not the president is really a citizen. Why are you even talking to people like this? But they don't sit down and go, maybe the other side has a point. Don't the ratings show them something? Don't the ratings prove what's going on? They don't get the eyeballs. MSNBC and CNN together don't come close to Fox. There's got to be a reason for it. I'm convinced that a major part of the reason is they just are mean. You ever remember when you went to school, or those of you who go to school, you always had the smart people in the class? I'm not talking about the nice smart people who are cool and go out and play some sports with you and run around and do things and act like regular people. But you got the smart people who sit there and just go, I'm smart. And I know I'm smart. And I know I'm smarter than you. And if you don't think I'm smarter than you, I'm going to let you know. I'm going to let you know you're not as smart as I am. And I'm going to be pretty nasty about it. And I'm going to come up with big words, and I'm going to say about this about you and that about you. Instead of sitting back and going, wow, there are others there who have ideas, and maybe they got a point, and maybe I got to work around that point. And then when I work around that point, the other side's got to go, wow, maybe they do have a good point. That's if the MSNBC people were responding that way. But they don't. They respond with a hammer. They come in and go slashing. You don't agree with me? You're dirt. You don't agree with me? You're wrong. You got no chance. I think that's why MSNBC is going nowhere in the ratings. Goes up a little bit, but all these years, I've been watching MSNBC since I believe Geraldo Rivera was on there, Phil Donahue, Tucker Carlson brought on Rachel Maddow, and MSNBC really had a shot. They were becoming Air America on TV. But they're getting the same kind of ratings as Air America, that they're really beating out CNN. We'll go through CNN. They're pretty milquetoast. But they got a chance. The Democrats need leadership. The Democrats need ideas because they're having a problem right now. The idea is not to bash the Republicans and tell everybody how dumb they are, continually whack on Ted Cruz and Chris Christie and still bring up Sharon Angle and these non-believers in the president's citizenship. The idea is to come on, be cool, be regular people, bring on more people, be challenged, be cool, lay your ideas out there. They're good ideas, a lot of them. Lay them out there so people want to hear them and want to participate and be a part of it instead of being so nasty. But I'm going to keep watching. And please, feel free to subscribe here. I've never asked, but I'm starting to get calls from friends and people are starting to get peers pretty interested. Subscribe. I try to do a video every day, a couple of days sometimes. And we're trying to stay on it and would love to hear some input. We have not been responding to input because we're listening to it. I've been basically getting my ear chewed off, and that's how I've been hearing most of them. So please subscribe, and please keep watching. We'll be doing Fox and CNN in the coming days. Peace.